Hello friends, welcome back to Learning Nails and Aesthetics. We are on page 125, chapter 6 in Health Sciences, Nail Disorders and Diseases in the Milady Cosmetology book. I also have videos on other Milady books and their Foundations book, which is a companion to all of those other books, so that is a must. Check out all of those videos of fun unboxing, various polishes, brands, nail charms and stickers, things from Temu, of course, and the Beatles Pro box. That video is pretty cool. That's a pretty monstrous box, as well as their Halloween box, which I know Halloween has passed, but that's okay. There aren't any rules. You can still watch it. And don't forget to boop that like button. Share with your friends, and even not your friends, just share it. And comment. You don't have to write a dissertation in the comments, just an emoji. Let me know where you're listening, watching from, anything that you would be interested in. And keep in mind, I am not AI, so mistakes will be made. Let's begin. Learning objective number 3. Perform a hand, nail, and skin analysis on a client. Hand, nail, and skin analysis. It is essential to perform a hand, nail, and skin analysis on every client before beginning a nail service. This examination allows you to identify diseases, disorders, and conditions, including signs of infection, that may be identified through pain, redness, swelling, throbbing, and pus. A proper analysis helps determine the needed service and if a service should not be performed. Figure 6-3 says begin with a complete hand and skin analysis. And it has a picture of someone doing so. Use these simple steps to perform a hand, nail, and a skin analysis. Number 1, clean the hands of both the cosmetologist and the client. Number 2, using sight and touch, observe the following. The skin's moisture level. It should be soft and supple and have no signs of dehydration or flaking skin. The skin's temperature. Cold skin may indicate poor circulation. Warm skin may indicate infection. The skin's condition. Redness may indicate inflammation or infection. It should be free of any disease or disorder. Tenderness to touch. Feel the client's hands and ask if there is any pain. If the client reports having pain, it may require caution or special techniques during massage. Examine the nails, condition, and length, including the shape of the free edge and cuticle and the nail plate's thickness. Use your knowledge of nail diseases, disorders, and conditions to know when to refer the client to a physician. Be sure to get specifics from your client during the analysis. Consider these questions. What lifestyle habits do you have that may affect your nails, like gardening or chemical use? And how do you protect your skin and nails? Have you noticed any recent... hang on. Have you noticed any recent changes in the health of your skin and nails, like dryness, shaping, or cracking? Do you take medication for diabetes? This contraindicates use of nail nippers. High blood pressure. This affects pressure used during massage. Or chemotherapy increases susceptibility to infection. Do you notice any changes in the skin on your hands tied to changes in the weather? Skin around the nails become dry in winter. Hangnails are more common in summer, etc. What type of home care do you regularly perform on your nails? What type of hand lotion or penetrating oils do you use? including aloe, hemp, and cannabis. After performing the nail examination, share your findings with your client. Identify any form of onychosis, disease, disorder, or condition. Note the apparent cause, systemic, environmental, and so on. Suggest the proper service or refer to a physician. Discuss home maintenance and a future service plan. Check in. What are signs of possible infection to look for during analysis? Learning objective number 4. Outline the scope of practice for your license related to nail structure, disorders, and diseases. Scope of practice. A state's legislature sets laws and determines the scope of practice for each license offered within that state. Laws or statutes also set guidelines for regulatory agencies and boards to make rules. Nail services Nail services are governed under cosmetology, so you will find the nail service definition under cosmetology laws. The scope of practice is found under definitions and specifically lists what each license allows the holder to do. For instance, nail technicians cannot remove hair by waxing, except in Colorado, and then only after specific training, because in most states the manicuring definition does not include removing hair. Just because a device or procedure is not specifically prohibited does not mean it is okay to use or perform. The definition of each license clearly states what can be done with that license, and those are the only practices that are permitted within the state. Beauty services and cosmetics enhance an individual's appearance, while medical practices, medical devices, and drugs affect the body. There is a cosmetology law clause that states that unless otherwise licensed, no one licensed under cosmetology, including nail technicians, can perform any act listed in any other license definition in that state. This means that if a procedure or practice is listed under any medical license or podiatry license, it is prohibited for anyone licensed under cosmetology. Activity. Research your scope of practice. Search online for your license scope of practice found in your state's cosmetology laws or statutes under definitions. Definitions specifically list what is allowed for that license and only what is allowed for cosmetic or beauty purposes. Check in. What is meant by scope of practice? Chapter Glossary. Bow's lines. Depressions running across the nail plate with due to a slowing production of matrix cells. Bruised nail bed. Dark purplish spots, usually due to a small nail bed injury. Discolored nail. Nail that has turned a variety of colors, may indicate surface staining, a systemic disorder, or poor blood circulation. Eggshell nail. Noticeably thin, white nail plate that is more flexible than usual, usually caused by poor diet, heredity, internal disease, medication, or overfiling with an abrasive. Hangnail. Damaged skin under the nail plate, often on the eponychium, becomes split or torn. Infected finger. Finger with visible redness, pain, swelling, broken skin, or pus. Leukonychia. Whitish discoloration found inside the nail plate, usually caused by injury to the nail matrix. Melaneuchia, a significant darkening of the fingernail or toenails caused by increased pigment cells, melanocytes, may be seen as a black band under or within the nail plate, extending from the base of the free edge. Nail disorder, an unhealthy nail condition that is hereditary or caused by injury or disease of the nail unit. Nail melanoma, also known as subungual melanoma, a rare and serious type of skin cancer that begins in the nail matrix. It is more prevalent in the nails of your thumbs and big toes and usually affects one nail at a time. Sometimes it can look like other conditions that affect the nail bed, such as a bruise. If untreated, it can metastasize or spread to other parts of your body. Nail psoriasis, nail surface pitting, roughness, onycholysis, and bed discolorations randomly or evenly spaced. Nail plate may appear as if it has been filed with a coarse abrasive, or the free edge may be ragged, or both. Nail pterygium, irregular stretching of the eponychium or eponychium or hyponychium around the nail plate, usually from serious injury or an allergic skin reaction. Onychia, inflammation of the nail matrix followed by shedding of the natural nail caused by infection or injury. Onychotryptosis, also known as an ingrown nail, nail grows into the living tissue around the nail. Onychoasis, separation of the nail plate and bed, often due to injury or allergic reactions. Onychomatosis, separation and falling off of the nail plate from the nail bed caused by infection, matrix injury, systemic illness, or medical procedure. Onychomycosis, nail plate fungal infection consisting of whitish patches that can be scraped off the nail plate surface, or long whitish or pale yellow streaks within the nail plate. Onychophagy, also known as bitten nails, result of a habit of chewing the nail or chewing the hardened skin around the nail plate. Onychorexis, irregular split or brittle nails appearing as nail plate surface roughness, potentially caused by heredity, matrix injury, excessive exposure to cuticle removers, harsh cleaning agents, or aggressive filing techniques. Onychosis, any deformity or disease of the natural nails. Paronychia, bacterial inflammation of the tissue surrounding the nail. Redness, pus, and swelling are usually present. Pincer nail, also known as a trumpet nail, a form of dramatically increased nail curvature of the free edge, whereby the nail can curl in upon itself or may be deformed only on one side wall. Plicocord nail, also known as folded nail, a type of highly curved nail plate usually caused by injury to the matrix, but may be inherited. Pseudomonas aeruginosa, rapidly growing and contagious bacteria that can cause infection, seen in the early stages as a yellowish green spot that becomes darker in its advanced stage, changing from yellow to green to brown to black. Pyogenic granuloma, severe inflammation of the nail in which a lump of red tissue grows up from the nail bed to the nail plate. Rigid nail, vertical lines running the length of the natural nail plate, usually the result of aging. Splinter hemorrhage, damage to the capillaries under the nail, giving the appearance of a lengthwise small splinter under the nail plate, caused by physical trauma or nail bed injury. Tinea pedis, also known as athlete's foot, medical term for a fungal infection of the feet, often seen as red patches or scaling of the skin on the bottom of feet and or between the toes. I hope this was helpful to you. We will continue health sciences into Chapter 7, hair and scalp properties. Don't forget to boop that like button, comment, and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Check out the other videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.